It didn't produce anything like what it did in the Bahamas, but we certainly had our flooding, our wind damage, and whatnot.
Our share of inconveniences, yes.
Right.
But in terms of life-threatening weather phenomena, I mean, there is that risk, obviously, because sometimes a slight deviation in a track, east or west, can definitely make or break a forecast in terms of the safety for the people there.
Right. And, you know, this honestly kind of kept with the forecast. It really went right up along the coast, never made a full landfall, but it certainly brought plenty of effects along the coast. We had the heavy rain, the strong wind, really more for the low country. Had it in Myrtle Beach too, but those 80, 70 mile per hour wind gusts were more toward the low country than up in the Grand Strand area, but had 50, 60 mile per hour gusts there. The center of circulation continues. It's going to be moving on off away from Wilmington as we continue through the next few hours, but heavy rain continues there. Flash flood warnings will be an issue for much of eastern North Carolina as the rain will just be unrelenting, extending all the way up toward Raleigh. And again, yeah, there are those warnings. So yeah, it has been a dicey situation, that is for sure. Here is a look at the latest with Dorian, still a Category 2 hurricane. Winds at 100 miles per hour, and it's going to continue to move up along the coast. It's close, isn't it? It's just going to sit there and hug the coast, but eventually could make landfall somewhere near Morehead City and over toward the Outer Banks tomorrow morning, but we'll be well out of here toward Friday evening. That leads us to our local forecast, and I know that's gotten a little bit buried in all of the Dorian coverage. Let's head on over to Ben Dorenbach, where we can now kind of focus a little bit more on our local weather.
Yeah, luckily things are looking great locally. We're going to see some of these clouds break up tonight, and that's going to allow temperatures to get a little bit cooler, but still a little bit on the warm side for this time of year. We'll call it 68 degrees in the upstate and 63 in the mountains, and we'll have similar heat and a lot more sunshine tomorrow. 91 the expected high temperature in the upstate and 84 in the mountains. So a little bit warm for this time of year, so we can't quite give it the perfect 10 on the sky meter. We'll go with a 9 out of 10. So great way to close out the week, a 9 out of 10, and that's likely going to continue into the weekend. Looking at the next 4 days, we keep it in the 90s through Saturday, and really not too much of a difference Sunday into Monday, besides maybe a touch more cloud cover, but still overall on the mostly sunny side of things. We get 89 for an afternoon high temperature by the later part of the weekend, and not a drop of rain in sight until Tuesday of next week. We'll see a little system produce a few showers and create a little bit more cloud cover thanks to a wedge from the northeast, so that'll also crank our heat back a little bit, but still a touch warm for this time of year. So just spotty showers Tuesday, no washouts nor anything close to it in the entire 7-day, and that'll lead to just isolated showers Wednesday, Thursday, and a slight backdrop back into the heat, or a backing of the heat I should say. Lower middle 80s expected through the middle part of next week. So overall, a very quiet weather pattern expected here Friday through a good chunk of next week, just what we'd like to see here as we continue to see Dorian close out and move away from the Carolina coast. And now it's time for your riding forecast, brought to you by Harley-Davidson of Greenville. Expecting a beautiful weekend to hit the road with the wind in your hair. 91 degrees Saturday, 89 in the upstate. Just a few clouds on Sunday. Overall, though, sunny, and the wind's going to be pretty light, so no major issues overall. Mountains just a touch cooler for you. 83 your high temperature on Sunday, so just a little bit more cloud cover in the sky and just a touch more refreshing than, say, in the upstate. So overall, again, great weekend for riding. Great day for making up any Labor Day activities as well. A reminder, you can get the latest forecast on anything, including the latest on Dorian, which could very well make landfall from 4:30 to 9 a.m. with weather and traffic updates every 10 minutes.